going back to your parents, did your parents show a lot of affection like around you when you were growing up, or affection for each other? Because for me, my parents never really showed affection in a sense, especially from like them together. I maybe saw them kiss a handful of times, that, but I never really see them so much affection. Their affection was always, in like a private setting, and they didn't tell me like I love you a lot either. But I'm curious, from your practice, have you experienced or have you noticed that with people that grow up in families that show a lot of affection, are they more open about sex? Are they more affectionate to begin with? Because for me, so my girlfriend, she's not a big into like public affection, but I like to show my affection a lot, like hugs, kisses, all that kind of stuff. So I like that, and I enjoy that. My parents never really showed that, versus for her parents showed a lot of that, but she's not really too big big into it versus me. So I'm curious, like what your opinion is on that. Do you think that families that show more affection, they have kids that are more affectionate? How does that kind of work?
Yeah. So what I grew up with was, well, I should preface it by saying my mom got pregnant with my older sister when she was 18, had her at 19. Oops, with my dad. And so I think she has told me, not I think, but she has told me that the reason she was so open about it was because of that experience, because she felt like had someone been more open with her and it wasn't so like, we don't talk about that, we don't do that, like that kind of thing, she thinks life would have been very different. That is why she did it. And then in terms of their affection, they're affectionate, like, sit next to each other on the couch. But when my mom would give my dad kisses in front of us, his cheeks turn instantly red. So he would get shy about it, which I only found like more adorable, right? But he would get shy about it, and my mom would like funnily try to be sexy, like, come here, give me a kiss, like that kind of idea. And he'd go like, oh my God. So that was so they'd like have fun with it, I guess is what I'm saying. But affectionate in the way that they sit by each other on the couch. It's not like they're holding hands walking down the street typically, So, and more affectionate than some, less than others. And I think it normalizes for kids when you see in your home is often what you model in your relationships. But it sounds like in your girlfriend's case, not. Maybe she learned that was too much for her, or whatever it is. I don't know if that's, even as a couples therapist, I am unsure if your parents' levels of affection produces a specific reaction in kids. Again, it is a model, but it's not your only model. So I don't know how it affects.
Yeah, that makes sense, because I've been looking at a lot of like trauma stuff, and usually if there's like trauma in a household or something, it gets passed on to the trauma, to the kids, and then if they don't stop it, then it kind of continues. I was wondering if it's like the opposite thing with like affection. You have a lot of affection, so now you have a very affectionate, child, and then so on and so forth.